Okay, so hi everyone. Okay, so this is the new batch for CCNP Enterprise, and we are starting with the first module, which is called CCNP NRC. I'm audible, guys. Yeah, I'm audible, right? Okay, great. Okay, so in CCNP we have two modules, and there are if you want to clear CCNP, you have to pass two examinations. So this is what we are going to discuss today. Okay, so let me share my screen, and how many of you like I can see? Yeah, students have joined. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so let's talk about CCNP Enterprise. Okay, so first of all, we will see what is the CCNP introduction, exam path, and there are many modules which we will just take a basic overview. Okay, no, we are not going in depth as of now in these slides, but just a basic overview of CCNP. Okay, so what is CCNP Enterprise? So this is a program which is like advanced version of CCNA. Okay, so it's like if you have done CCNA, okay, or maybe you just have basic knowledge of CCNA, still you can join the CCNP program. Okay, but what is CCNA? What is CCNP? Both have similar content, but in CCNP we do more in details. Okay, like if you learn a topic like for example maybe EIGRP or OSPF, so there is more advanced topics in the CCNP. Okay, but I'll be starting from very scratch. Okay, because many students in my batch, they have joined me with CCNA, so I will cover OSPF from the CCNA level, and I'll teach you from the top level CCNP to CCI level. Okay. So we'll see. So what is CCNP? So CCNP has many modules. The more two important modules are ENCORE and NRC. Okay. So these are the two modules, ENCORE and NRC. So many student ask me, sir, which exam we should go first? तो पहले हम कौन सा करें? Okay, which exam we should give first? So that totally depends on you, but this is the mandatory exam, ENCORE. Okay, and NRC is mandatory for the interviews, because in NRC, I'll tell you what topics you are going to learn. Okay. But for the certification, ENCORE is mandatory. And for clearing the interviews, NRC is mandatory according to me. Okay. And these are different modules. Okay. So ENCORE stand for Cisco Enterprise Core Technologies. Okay. Cisco. Whenever you see COR means core technologies, enterprise core technologies. And this NRC means Cisco Enterprise ENA Advanced Routing and Services. Means we will be covering more routing and topics here and services. What are services like DHCP, Telnet, Network Time Protocol, syslog, SNMP? There are a lot of services which we can learn in the NRC module. Okay. And then we have other options as well. Once you complete Encore and RC, then we have N Auto. What is N Auto? Which is called Enterprise Auto. So if you are good at both Encore and RC, then you can learn N Auto also. Okay. So networkings deliver trainings for N Auto as well. And it is a part of our that package, which is called All Access Pass. Okay, so which means the complete automation of network devices. Because here in core you learn a lot of technologies, and RC you learn more in-depth routing knowledge. Okay, and then we have wireless ENSLD. Okay, then we have another ENLSLD, which is like designing, and I think the latest code is 425. And then we have another module which is called SD-WAN. Okay, so what I recommend my students, okay, so go for, like, first you can go for NRC or NCORE, and after that go for SD-WAN, and then finally you can go and learn automation, which is, maybe it could be an auto, or maybe there is a batch what we call Python for network engineers. Okay, so this is the plan. Okay, I'll share the roadmap with you so that you can see what topics you are going to learn. Okay, so further on. Okay, so now you understand these are the ENCORE is mandatory and NRC if you give. So when you give both exam, ENCORE and RC, you become CCNP certified. But the best part, if you only give one exam, you also get CCNP specialist certification. Okay. Like if you give one exam, you get Cisco specialist certification. And if you give second exam, you again get specialist certification. But now you have given two exam, you will also get the official CCNP certification also. Okay. And now, and if you want to just prepare for an RC, but you want to give another exam, you can do that also. Means you just learn NRC for knowledge, you give exam of NCORE, and then you can give exam of SD-WAN also. Because NCORE is mandatory exam, but NRC or SD-WAN, that is your choice, which exam you want to give. Okay, what I prefer you guys, nowadays SD-WAN is booming. Okay, SD-WAN has a good market. So I suggest you, if you want to clear CCNP, so give NCORE exam or and go for SD-WAN exam. But again, NRC is very, very important module to clear interview rounds, because people are going to ask you a lot of topics like, tell me something about OSPF. Okay, tell me something about EIGRP, BGP, MPLS, DMVPN, okay, and some IPsec fundamentals also. So these are the core topics what we will learn in this module. Okay, because I'll be starting with this section, but as a bonus, because you are uh, like because I started this batch with CCNA, so there are some topics what we will cover, because that's pending for the CCNA student, that is ACL, that is NAT, syslog, SNMP, okay, network time protocol, and some automation class. Just hold on. Yeah. Okay, so this is like bonus for you. Okay, because this is not exactly part of CCNP content in the CCNP NRC. Okay, but still we are going to learn these topics as well. Okay, but our primarily focus on this section. Okay, primarily means the most important thing for the interview is OSPF, BGP, MPLS. So three things are very important for network engineers, because wherever you go, people are going to ask you OSPF definitely, because 90% of companies are using OSPF. Okay, and if you learn OSPF very well, there is a protocol called ISIS also. Okay, which is called intermediate system to intermediate system something. Uh, so if you, because OSPF and ISS both are link state protocol. If you learn OSPF very well, you will understand ISIS also. Okay. So ISIS also used by ISP companies. Okay. ISP companies are using OSPF and ISI. Okay. So for their internal, but BGP is everywhere. So whether you are a small company, big company, mostly everyone is using BGP. If you will understand why we use BGP, then the things will get amazing. You can say BGP is very amazing protocol, and MPLS is also a VPN, which is also used by service providers. Okay, so I'll take your questions. Don't worry. Okay, now when we talk about Encore, so normally, according to Cisco, they have divided like network architecture, virtualization. Means if you go and follow the Cisco syllabus directly, so there are things which are missing, there are things which are important. So it's like mix of the content if you go and refer the Cisco content. Okay. And in an RC, you can see this is the Encore section where you learn about virtualization, you learn about assurance, security, automation. Okay. But here it is just a basic slide I told you. I'll show you in detail. So in an RC, there are four modules: layer 3 technologies, which means routing, VPN technologies like MPLS, DMVP, and all these things, infrastructure security, which is like ACL or something, triple A, there is a topic, and infrastructure services like DHCP, like your syslog, SNMP, most all these infrastructure services. Okay, and then when you learn about enterprise auto, there are Python programming, APIs, but right now I think this is not required. And if you want to learn about network automation, we have separate batches. Okay, so now but just I'm showing you that an auto has Python APIs, which is application programming interfaces. Like a router has a port, right? Everybody know that router has port numbers, right? That router has FA00 or FA01. Okay, so these are called interfaces of a router. But when you talk about a software is not a physical device, but there is a virtual interfaces, and these interfaces are called APIs. Because how router talk to another router talk to another router with the help of the physical links like FA00, GIG01, which are called interfaces. The software interact with other softwares with the help of API, which is stand for application programming interface. It's amazing thing. If you know about automation and all, it's a good thing because that's the market right now. Okay, but without basic knowledge, you cannot learn network automation. To become a network automation engineer, you need to be very good at routing, switching, and SD-WAN topics. Then means you will be able to do programming, little bit of, and people think that, sir, I don't like programming. Can we become network automation engineers? So guys, in the network automation, Python programming, you just have to learn 10 to 15%. Means you do not have to code. Okay. So you have to understand the code. So understand the code. Okay. You do not have to do programming. You do not have to create applications. All the things are there. You need to understand the code, and then you have to write the scripts or the scripts already available in the market. You have to use and modify according to the devices. Okay. And there are some network automation tools. So basically, this network automation is somehow related to DevOps. If I tell you simple, what is network automation? So it's like network engineer with the DevOps knowledge. Okay. So this is what we call नेटवर्क ऑटोमेशन. सो नेटवर्क ऑटोमेशन मीन्स जिस नेटवर्क इंजीनियर को डेवऑप्स की नॉलेज है वो बंदों को नेटवर्क ऑटोमेशन इंजीनियर बोलते हैं. ओके, द पीपल विद पाइथन बेसिक डेवऑप्स मीन्स हाउ टू मैनेज क्लाउड, हाउ टू do Docker, Kubernetes. There are a lot of tools in the DevOps. Okay, but right now it's advanced thing. Right now, just you skip this version. Okay, but still, if you want to learn, there are videos on our channel, on YouTube channel. You can search for network automation or Python for network engineers. You will see. After that, we have wireless topics. Like if you want to become expert in the wireless domain, okay, because wireless itself is a big topic. Okay, so you are going to learn about designing WLAN, which is called wireless LAN, Flex Connect, Office Extend. These are the features of WLC, which is called wireless LAN controller. Okay, if you know a little bit of wireless, like there is a device which is like a server, and all the access point, okay, they are going to connect with the WLC. Okay, so WLC is what the like server of Wi-Fi devices, and this WLC, you can manage this WLC from GUI. Okay, so the WLC is like a GUI, okay, graphical user interface, and you can just imagine if you have 100 Wi-Fi in your college or your company. If you want to change a password, you cannot change password of all Wi-Fi. You go to WLC, which is like the parent of all access point. So WLC is the controller. Controller means the brain of all access point. Okay, where you configure password, change the Wi-Fi name, change the Wi-Fi securities, whatever you want to do, you can do with the WLC. Okay, so that is like the one device made by Cisco, WLC. Different other companies are also making these kind of devices like HP, Aruba, okay, Raxus Wireless. There are a lot of other companies also which are having WLC and the access point. Okay, so there is a again video on my YouTube channel. You guys can go and check wireless in our YouTube channel and you will get to know this detail also. Okay, and then we have another module which in CCNP Enterprise, which is called SD-WAN. Like again, SD-WAN is also like the brain. Right now, what is happening when you learn routing switching, which means like ENCORE and RC modules. Okay, you configure router, you configure these devices individually. Suppose in your company, if you have four routers, okay, like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, so you have to configure them separately. But what is SD-WAN? SD-WAN is again this one main device becomes the controller. So now you do not have to go to all four locations one by one. You do not have to configure because all the locations are connected with this server. And this is also like WLC, but this device in SD-WAN called vManage. Okay, V manage. And this V means Cisco may acquired a company called Viptela. तो सिस्को ने एक कंपनी खरीदी थी. Cisco acquired a company called Viptela. That's why these devices are called V Manage, V Edge, V Smart, V Bond. So we can have an overview of SD-WAN. I'll give you overview of SD-WAN again as a bonus topic. Okay, don't worry. And then we go what are the benefits? So definitely when you become CCNP certified, you are showing to the world that you are a professional. You are a professional network engineer. Okay, your knowledge is like you are going to be expert in the routing switching domain. Okay, and when you become certified, it will definitely going to help in your resume because if you go and check the job naukri.com or any portal in the market, there are plenty of jobs with the right knowledge. And what we suggest people, okay, so CCNP has definitely lot of jobs in the market. Okay, you can see 5,000 jobs right now, but if you go and check any job in the market, most of them they ask CCNP. You can see SD-WAN, BGP, CCNP. So there is a pattern. There is a roadmap which you guys have to follow. Okay, and that roadmap I'll show you. So what we recommend our students, okay, then that when you follow a roadmap, it becomes easy to become a. Okay, so this is the roadmap, what we say to our student to follow. Okay, so if you have very good knowledge, you can create your own roadmap. But we suggest people first learn CCNA, obviously, then CCNP. Okay, so if you are joining the combined batch, that's good also, CCNA, CCNP. And after that, you can learn Palo Alto firewall. Okay, or maybe you can change with another any firewall like FortiGate firewall or Checkpoint firewall, whatever firewall you like. But Palo Alto is market number one. Okay, this is the number one firewall in the market today. That's why we teach CCNA, CCNP firewall. And we have all other firewalls as well, as I told you. After Palo Alto, you can go for SD-WAN, and then you finally learn the Python for network engineers. So now you can say that now you have a good knowledge to become a network engineer. But if you want to become the network security engineer, for network security, you have to learn CCNP security because it will help you to understand about Cisco products like Cisco ICE. Okay, there is a device called there are a lot of VPN technologies you are going to learn in CCNP security. There are a lot of firewalls made by Cisco, which is called ASA and FTD firewall. There is a email security appliance, web security appliance. Okay, one more thing, I think AMP and Cisco umbrella. So these are the topics you learn in the CCNP security if you want to become network security engineer. Okay, some people will become network security with just a firewall knowledge also. Because if you follow this roadmap, this till here, okay, if you just learn CCNA, CCNP, Palo Alto, you can still become a associate or level 2 network security engineer. But if you want to go to layer 3 network security engineer, then you have to learn about Cisco ICE, VPN, ASA, because most of the companies are using Cisco devices. Okay. And Cisco syllabus is number one in the market. Because if you want to learn something, like maybe you want to learn about the VPN technologies, then Cisco content is best in the market. That's why people learn CCNP security. Because if you learn Palo Alto, okay, because Palo Alto has a limited syllabus, it is a complete GUI. The trainer is going to teach you 30 to 40 hours, okay, 30 to 40 hours how to configure Palo Alto and all these things. But CCNP security is more than 100 to 120 hours of content. Okay, so now you can see it's like 3 times more knowledge in CCNP security. But again, still I recommend you first learn Palo Alto, because it will help you to understand one complete firewall. So once you complete Palo Alto firewall, then you can jump onto CCNP security. But still, this is yours roadmap also. If you want to follow, you can go to CCNA, CCNP, and then shift to CCNP security also. And then further you can go to Palo Alto Firewall. Because if you want to learn security from very, very zero level, then CCNP security is also good thing. Now, if you guys want to go in a data center, because a lot of companies like AWS, Azure, all these companies are looking for data center technologies. Okay. So data center like Cisco, Nexus, if you heard about Cisco ACI. Okay. So you can search for Cisco data center. Okay. So data center also has a good demand. So you can say Cisco, VDC, VPC, Fabric Path, FCOI. All these technologies are required in the data center. Okay. So if you have basic security knowledge, still you can become a data center engineer. Okay. But it is a plus point if you have automation. Means nowadays every company is looking for super human beings. Okay. Superman, superwoman. So this is the why, but you need to follow a roadmap, because this industry, like if you want to become a software engineer, one coding programming language will not help you to become a software engineer. The same thing is happening in all the domains. If you want to become a network security, network engineer, network automation engineer, data center engineer, you have a lot of technologies. Okay, then you have to check that whatever company you are joining, that what technologies they require. Because if you learn, and if you are a beginner, you want job, then I do not recommend you network domain. Like you can still go and search for just CCNA, Linux, or maybe you can do Azure. Okay, if you only want to get a job, then uh, s- CCNA, CCNP, Palo Alto is also good choice. But if you ask me, sir, I just want job, then what do you suggest? I suggest fresher student go for CCNA, Windows servers, okay, or Windows Server and Azure. Okay, if you only want to get a job if you are a fresher, or you can go for CCNA, Linux, okay, and maybe little bit of you guys can try ethical hacking or something like that, so that you can apply for cyber security analyst, you can apply for SOC, security operation center. But if you are a beginner, just follow the beginner courses. Okay. But if your goal, if you are very passionate that you want to become a network engineer, network security, network automation, if you are very passionate, then obviously follow this roadmap. And when you reach here, then you can choose these add-ons also, that you can learn about checkpoint, you can learn F5, you can learn about data center. So there are a lot of things, there are a lot of technologies. When you keep going with the step by step, you will automatically see the further roadmap. I'm showing you because most of you don't know anything, and most of you already know something. Okay. And that's why I'm showing you the roadmap. But trust me, if you keep following this path, automatically you will see your next level. Okay. You will see your next goal. Okay. I'm not saying blindly follow this, but this is the market. We have seen the market, and that's why we have made this thing. Okay. So this is all about. So right now you understand that right now you guys are somewhere here, because I know some of you do not have the full CCNA knowledge, and there is nothing in difference between CCNA and CCNP. CCNA topics are just little advanced in the CCNP, and the same thing. If you learn very well CCNP, there is no requirement of CCI. Trust me. अगर आपको CCNP अच्छे से आ गया, CCI 80% हो गया आपका. Okay, the same thing. If you are good at CCNA, automatically you will understand CCNP very well. If you are good at CCNP, you will automatically understand CCI very well. So that's how the things work. Okay, let me see. Okay, so that's this is the roadmap. So right now, let me tell you. See, 2 months back, almost I think, yeah, 2 months, maybe I'm not sure, or maybe October or November. Okay, so I started one batch with the CCNA, CCNP, and RC. So some of you guys joining with me from CCNP, but there are students which joined me from CCNA level. And let me show you what CCNA topics I already covered and what are remaining. And you guys are lucky because there are few topics which are pending, and that you will also get the chance to learn those topics because you are not joining with me from CCNA. Some of you are joining with CCNP and RC, right? But still, again, I'm saying there are some topics which you can learn from my CCNA also, because let me show you what I have already covered. Okay, so I started like with basic router configuration, routing table, default route, static routing, default routing. I have covered the DHCP. I have taught people Telnet. Routing information protocol is not a part of CCNS syllabus, but still I have given some overview of RIP protocol. Then we have covered the VLAN topic, then spanning tree protocol, dynamic trunking protocol, ether channel, and wireless. So these are the topics we have covered so far. Okay, and now also I'll be sharing these notes with you also, but now you consider this is like a second level. Okay, I will not say that we are starting CCNP. Okay, so what I'm saying that we have covered the first level. Okay, and I'm sure those who have done CCNA from anywhere or from networkings, you already know these topics. Okay, so today is like, I will say, now we are starting the second level of you can say second level of network engineer. Okay, so my goal is not to just cover the CCNA, CCNP thing. I will help you to clear the interviews as well, because the thing what I'll be teaching, that's going to be asked in the interviews. So this batch is completely dedicated for the people who want to clear interviews, not just network engineer interviews. I suggest you to apply for net TAC engineers. So TAC engineers are like highly paying jobs, and I'll teach you these topics also, like what are headers, okay, what are Ethernet format, IP packet header. So means there are 2 3 classes dedicated to packet level. Okay, packet level पे होएगी पूरी डिटेल में 2 3 classes, like almost 6 hours of content dedicated to headers. Okay, and again I'm saying, like you guys are not just joining with me for CCNP, you are joining me for the second level of network engineer. Just I want you guys to at least have this knowledge, at least OSI model knowledge, static routing, default routing. And if you have VLAN knowledge, it's good, because we will not be discussing VLAN in our topic. So now what I'll be teaching you, as I mentioned, I'll teach you ACL topic, I'll teach you NAT, okay, I'll teach you syslog, I'll teach you SNMP, simple network management protocol, and I'll teach you EAGRP in depth, which means we will learn everything about EAGRP. I'll teach you OSPF in depth, which means everything about OSPF. Then we will cover BGP in depth. Okay, when I say in depth, it means more than Cisco syllabus. समझ आया? तो मैं यहाँ पर आपको सिलेबस से ज्यादा पढ़ाने वाला हूँ, अगर आपको अग्री है तो ठीक है भाई, अगर नहीं करने ज्यादा तो बता दो। इफ यू वांट मी टू ओनली कवर सिस्को सिलेबस दैट्स फाइन, बट इफ यू वांट इन डेप्थ राइट इन डेप्थ इन चैट। माइक में मुझे आवाज आनी चाहिए तुम्हारी, देखते हैं कि जितनी एनर्जी से बोलोगे उतना डिटेल में पढ़ाऊंगा। यस इन
इन
डेप्थ।
Yes, sir.
डेप्थ
In depth,
सर,
sir.
इन
Yes,
डेप्थ
sir.
Sir,
In
in
depth.
depth.
And fully
यस
detailed.
सर,
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir,
Yes,
in
sir.
depth.
Yes, sir.
सर
Yes, sir.
फुल
Yes,
डेप्थ
sir.
सर,
In depth, sir. In depth.
completely इन डेप्थ
Fully
सर,
covered.
ग्रेट,
In depth, sir. In depth.
थैंक यू थैंक
इन
In
डेप्थ
depth.
यू, गुड गुड गुड। ओके सो देखो, करिकुलम अगर फॉलो करना है, ओके अगर आपको सिर्फ सिस्को के सिलेबस से चलना है, ओके व्हाट आई सजेस्ट यू, then because I'll be spending lot of time on BGP and no, I can purely say that my BGP OSPF is very very strong, because if you go to my LinkedIn profile, थोड़ी मैं अपने बारे में भी बता दूं ना जिनको नहीं पता। Okay, if you go to my LinkedIn profile where I have worked, then you will see that how I'll be teaching you in-depth content. Okay, so this is my experience. Okay, so when I joined Ariscent Group, okay, in 2011, okay, so my first job was to configure OSPF, MPLS, pseudo wire circuit, BFD, quality of service, traffic parameters. Because I joined my first job as a level 2 network engineer, because I was CCNP certified from 2011. Okay, so if you go to you claim, I think this is the website. Yeah, Credly, sorry, Credly. So if you check Credly Atul Sharma, Credly means the people who are certified, they can verify their things on this website. Credly by Pearson. Pearson is a testing company who take exam. Okay, if you go and see my CCNA, so मैंने CCNA दिया था 2011 में. Okay, so this is like 2011 when I passed my CCNA examination. And if you go to my CCNP, which is somewhere, it's showing me expired, but still you can see, because I have another exams given. Like you can see my another CCNPs are still valid till 2026. Okay, but this was routing switching. When I given this exam, the syllabus was different. Nowadays, the syllabus is different. But this exam, the complete CCNP, I got certified in November 29, 2011. So it's been how many years? कितने साल हो गए यार अपने को? 10, 11, 12, 13, 12 to 13 years. Okay, so now this is the reason when I got CCNP certified after my college. Okay, so first 3 4 months I just taught in a like as a trainer, but after 3 4 months of teaching experience, I started with the recent group, and there I worked with companies like Vodafone. I worked with Vodacom. Okay, I was in South Africa for almost 3 to 4 months, where I upgraded the router softwares, how to take the backup, post check documentations, okay, how to maintain the services, all the things related to like ISP networks. I worked there, okay, because my primarily major, I am on the payroll of Ericent, but my main job was handling Vodafone UK. I worked for Vodafone UK and Vodacom South Africa after that. Okay, and after that, I started with the Tata Consultancy Services as a network engineer, network administrator. Okay, kind of they say administrator. So there is no such difference in the designations, because at the end of the day, your work is important. Okay, so I was handling again service provider issues, user tickets, all those things. But after that, I asked TCS, can you add me in your learning team? And that's called L&D, learning and development. So I was the main trainer of networking in the TCS. I have trained almost 3,000 plus employees in the TCS between this 1.5 years of Tata's TCS job. Okay, then after that, I joined Apple as a network engineer, where I handled the again BGP was my main role, OSPF, BGP, lot of tickets. I know how to fix the routing switching related issues, all those things. And they have almost 200 plus locations. So we know how to handle multiple issues, how to handle those things. And then this was my dream job. Okay, because I have given Juniper interviews almost 2 3 times, and I have selected in 2016 also, but due to like the last round they have not hired me in 2016. Then I again applied, and finally I got my dream job in May 2019. Okay, that is because why this was my dream job. Like, see, I always checked that which companies are high paying in the market. And according to India, okay, so if you check uh, at that time, like this is so many people ask me, sir, why you joined Juniper? Because you can see there are companies like Facebook, Walmart, Oracle, Apple, Twitter, Google, Yahoo. They are under Juniper networks. Even in India, Juniper networks, the best people of Juniper are highly paid, but best people. Okay, not everyone, because but yes, still if you have like 2 3 years of experience, you can expect 15 lakhs. Okay, but if you have 5 years, 10 years experience, you can expect 20 to 25 lakhs. Okay, that's how what I can tell you Juniper networks. Okay, and for example, like if you do not take leave in because you have national holidays, right? Suppose in India you have 15 holidays. Okay, and if you do not take holiday for one day, they give you $300, which is almost like 25,000 one day extra salary. Okay, so this is the biggest advantage. Like many people, like they have not consumed almost their out of 15, they have I'm talking about the festival holidays. I'm not talking about the Saturday, Sundays. That is your casually sick leaves are separately. I'm talking about the festival leaves. And if you do not just suppose you do not enjoy some festivals, right? So you can stay in the office, and for one day they will pay you $300. Okay, there are, and I referred one guy, I remember, and they have paid me almost, I think, $3,000. Okay, which is almost like how much? 2.5 lakhs. So this is the reference bonus. Referral bonus means if you join Juniper Networks and if you refer your friend in Juniper, they will pay you almost 2.5 lakhs for one candidate. Can you say OMG if you like this fact? Now you become, now is it becoming your dream company also? Yeah. So trust me, lot of Cisco employees, they want to come in Juniper. But Juniper interviews are very tough. Okay, Juniper interviews are very tough. Like they take 6 to 7 rounds. Okay, they take 6 to 7 rounds of interview, then they hire like level 2 or level 3 engineers. Means sometimes if you got lucky and if you got a job, that's definitely, but they take in-depth interviews. When I given my interview, they have asked me OSPF for almost 90 minutes. 90 minutes, I have just given interview for OSPF. After that, there is another guy who only asked me BGP. Okay, the first interview was like basics. So basics, like they asked me ARP, they asked me DHCP, they asked me questions related to maybe spanning tree protocol. If I remember, they asked me related to TCP, TCP IP questions. Okay, and when you cover the basic, then you jump on to further rounds. Then they ask you OSPF for 90 minutes. They ask you BGP. Then they ask you MPLS. They ask you further more advanced things like RSVP. Okay, they ask you layer 3 VPNs. They ask you further EVPNs. They ask you segment routing nowadays. Okay, this is how, like when they feel if you do not clear this round, okay, if you are just average in this round, still they will hire you. But if you are average in BGP, they will not hire you. If you are average in OSPF, they will not hire you. And obviously, if you not clear first round, they will not hire you. And the amazing thing, like the first round was not this round. HR taken the MCQ question on the phone. Like one HR called me, "Hi, I'm from Juniper Networks. Okay, can you tell me, like what is the protocol number of OSPF?" And like HR is asking technical question, man. Can you see that? Means, okay, then I said, yeah, protocol number of OSPF. Okay, it's 88. Okay, 89, sorry. Okay, so they maybe ask you, okay, tell me something about means very basic question. Okay, tell me four packets of DHCP because they already have some template. So you have to say discover, offer, okay, and what we call that? Discover, DORA, right? Request and acknowledge. So if you get a call and if you are not able to answer these two, three questions, HR will not process your interview and you will not able to even get your first round. Okay, because they ask you some random questions. And if you and randomly, okay, means hi Atul, like I'm calling from Juniper Network. So let's start the process. I'm talking about India. Okay, if you are outside India, maybe the process is a little uh, not very complex because India is a people of engineers. Okay, so there is high competition in the India market. Okay, so that's why they have a lot of rounds, very complex interviews, and yeah, and most complex interviews are also in Google. Google is also taking a lot of complex interviews, and rest. Mostly all good companies which are paying hefty amount na, they will definitely ask you in-depth questions. That's the thing. Okay, तो बहुत जरूरी है ये समझना कि हमें क्या पढ़ना है. Okay, because if you just learn basic CCNA, then tell me in India there are like maybe 100 plus local centers, right? Those who are teaching offline. So just understand, like if every year like 1 lakh student or maybe like yeah, 1 lakh is 1 lakh maybe too much. Like let's say 50,000 people in India, they are doing CCNA, CCNP every year. Then why companies will hire you? Ask yourself why companies will hire me. Tell me why. When you understand this why, you will automatically will be able to crack interviews. Okay, because you need extra knowledge. Yes or no? Tell me in the chat. Why companies will hire you? Because you have extra knowledge. Yes. Okay, your basics are very good. Yes, you have very advanced knowledge. You have topics knowledge which people do not have. Okay, so your basics are too good, not very good. It's like too very like too good. Okay, then maybe you have packet level knowledge. And this packet level knowledge, you guys, you cannot expect every trainer, any trainer can teach you packet level. They can give you guidance, but you need to learn a lot of things. Okay. And the people who clear scenario based questions, they are going to be the market best people. Okay, hands on troubleshoot they, yeah, definitely. So scenario based question कौन interview दे पाता है? The people who do lot of labs, they only able to answer scenario based question. Okay, and for this batch I have made this batch in such a way, and this is going to be batch different than what batches I have taken in the last few years of NRC, because I'll be teaching you like all mostly all technology what we are going to learn. I'm going to combine these technologies together, and this is going to be your lab for this batch, guys. Let me show you. Okay, so this lab access also you will get from networkings. Okay, and if you have good laptop, you can do all things in your laptop, but we are giving you almost 3 to 4 months till the batch is going on. Okay, suppose batch will take now 3 months. Okay, then you will get the lab access for 4 months. Okay, if my batch will run for 4 months, you will get lab access for 5 months. Means whenever batch we complete, we will give you extra 1 month, and after that also you can check with the team, and then you can join any other module. Like maybe if you join ENCORE, if you have not joined, So when you take ENCORE, you get extra 4 months lab. Okay. Or maybe if you join any other technology, you can still get the lab access. So what we have done in this lab, so this is the lab what we will see. Okay, so this is the first section where I have made a company head office, and this is the real scenario what we are going to do. This is, if you go to any company, 90% of their companies have this design. So they have different groups which we call VLANs. Like maybe they have HR department, maybe marketing, or maybe they call data VLAN, voice VLAN, server VLAN, whatever, right? So every company have VLANs. Okay, can anybody answer me why companies have VLANs? कौन बताएगा मुझे? Why we have VLANs? Just
To stop
raise
the
hand.
broadcasting.
Yes, good. So to reduce the broadcast, companies create?
Broadcast.
No, companies create
VLAN.
VLANs. Yeah. Security
Okay.
issues is a second thing, but the most important reason why companies have VLANs to stop broadcast. Because if you put all the company devices in the same VLAN, what will happen? The broadcast will go to everyone. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
समझ रहे हो? तो यही इंटरव्यू का
Hmm.
आंसर है तुम्हारे, व्हाई वी यूज VLAN.
नेटवर्क परफॉर्मेंस सेम डेटा चला जाएगा सभी के पास.
Yes, broadcast basically. Okay, because like when you send packet from one VLAN, that packet will broadcast in all the devices in that same VLAN, right? But if you have multiple VLAN, the broadcast will reduce. Okay, that's why we use VLAN. And there are other feature also like you will get security. You have different departments, so you can improve the performance. These are all things, but the major important answer is to reduce broadcast domain. Okay, to reduce, because why all companies are using, yeah, just understand, even if I don't want to divide my company with marketing, sales, HR, or many companies, you will see they just have one VLAN, like they say data VLAN, they say server VLAN, and they may say voice VLAN, like that. Okay, so now you understand the fact that why we have different VLANs, because your management traffic, like your Telnet SSH traffic, is on another VLAN. Your internet access on another VLAN, which is called data VLAN. Your calling, if you have IP phones in your company, the voice VLAN is a different VLAN. Okay. So now you can see this is the Nestle head office. Okay. We have we have two routers. तो अभी यहाँ पे सिनेरियो समझो that we have two routers. One router is going to, one link is going to internet, and one link is going to MPLS. We have another router also, because if one router fail, what will happen? My MPLS link will also down. My internet link will also down. Yes or no? That's why we have two routers at my office or your office, because this router is also connected to MPLS and also connected to internet. Okay. So now you must be thinking, sir, what is this? I know internet. What is this MPLS? Because I'm a new student. I'm a just beginner in as a networking. Because this MPLS link is nothing. This is like you ask ISP, hey ISP, can you connect my head office with my branch office, which is my branch office maybe in Mumbai. So my branch office location is Mumbai. My head office is in Delhi. Okay, so Delhi and Mumbai are the cities in India. So if anybody is not from India, but still, if you don't know, still I'm saying. So now consider this is my head office. Now this is in Delhi and this is in Mumbai. So do you think you have that companies have that much money that they can connect Delhi to Mumbai with their physical cables? क्या आपको लगता है दिल्ली से मुंबई वो अपनी केबल बिछाएंगे? या टेल मी इन द चैट. No, right? There is no logic, because you have to take a lot of permissions from the government of the country. You have to add fiber cables, like what we call the antennas, lot of things, lot of ISP is a very big domain, right? So now understand that ISP already have fiber cables. So now you are taking the help of ISP. ISP, can you connect my head office with the branch office? And this technology is called MPLS. Okay, ISP is helping you with the technology called MPLS, and this is type of a VPN. This is called service provider VPN. MPLS is nothing like MPLS L3 VPN. This is what we will be covering in the syllabus, and this is not again like I'll teach you the configuration, but if you go to Cisco syllabus, the Cisco say you need to just learn the, I think this is the sheet. Just hold on. Yeah, I think this is the topics. I think this is the topic, but you can go the best way to check Cisco content. You go to Cisco, not Vidco, Cisco NRC. Okay, remember NRC is the routing module kind of, mostly routing, but there are other 300, 410 NRC, and the exam cost is $300. You will get around 120 minutes if you are Indian. Okay, non-native countries, non what we call the people uh, uh, where English is not their first language, like in UK, US, you get 90 minutes, but if you are in India or maybe any other Asia country or the countries which do not speak English as a first language, they get 30 minutes extra. So you get almost 120 minutes. Okay, so yeah, so you have to give $300 plus taxes according to your country. Like in India, you have 18% GST. So you can check $348 approx. So $348, if you check, you guys can convert that in INR. Okay, so these are the technologies, and you can see review exam topic, because when people check syllabus, they are checking the exam topics. ओके, तो जब हम भी सिलेबस चेक करते हैं ना भाइयों, तो हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हम एग्जाम के टॉपिक्स चेक कर रहे हैं, दैट ओके आई विल गेट अ एग्जाम फ्रॉम दीज टॉपिक्स. ओके, yeah, so this is the topic. If I share you, like you can see here that you understand about route map, you learn about some VRF, policy based routing. Okay, so try to understand there are NRC is a module. Okay, NRC is a module where there are mostly you learn about EAGRP, you learn about this section, but again, I'm saying this EAGRP is nothing in front of what I'll be teaching you, because there are a lot of technologies you can see here. Uh, like you understand about route basic, like it's very very basic. We will be going to cover route maps of EAGRP. We will be going to see EAGRP prefix list, distribute list. We will check about EAGRP stub area. Yeah, you can see stubs are there, but it's like in detail we will be going to learn. Okay, and then you can see OSPF content, virtual link, OSPF backbone, and all. Okay, all these things. More than this, we will be going to cover. Okay, and after that we have BGP. You can see route reflector. You can see exclude multiple route reflector configuration. Exclude likha hai. Exclude means this is not part of content, but we will cover this configurations also. We will cover this route reflector also, because what I'm saying, I'll be covering the OSPF, BGP, EAGRP in detail. Okay. And now you can see VPN Mina. If you check here, guys, what is written? Just describe students MPLS. Just describe student about MPLS layer 3 VPN. What I'm saying you. I'm not here to just describe. I'm going to help you to understand with the lab. I'm going to configure also. And if we get any problem, we will troubleshoot also. So I'm not just referring the Cisco document. Okay, I'm referring the knowledge what demands, what industry demands. Because if you understand the whole scenario, if you understand your company network, if you understand ISP technologies, if you understand another company technology, if they have branch office, they have another branch office that's connected to another ISP. If you see this big lab, So this is going to be our final lab for this batch. You will learn everything. And this router I added, and the topology is not ready because I made this topology in almost 90 minutes approx. Okay, today. So I'll spend more time and I'll extend this topology also so that we can cover DMVP and IPsec. And now you can see that EAGRP, we will be going to configure here between these four devices. We will be going to configure OSPF in these four devices as well. But I will not say that we will do this lab only. This is our main goal. So, जैसे what I told you, that everyone, that your main goal is to become the network security engineer, whatever, right? This is your roadmap. Okay. The same way, your roadmap is not just a certifications. Your roadmap is skill. है ना, आपको एक अच्छा इंजीनियर बनना है, यू वांट टू क्रैक इंटरव्यूज, इट्स नॉट अबाउट द सर्टिफिकेशन, डोंट रन फॉर सर्टिफिकेशंस, व्हाट आई सजेस्ट यू, run for knowledge, because the knowledge you will get here, because now you understand, you are not joining this batch, you are joining this batch to take my experience, what I have learned in my previous jobs. I'm not saying that I can help you to become like you will get like 2 CR salary. I'm not saying that. Okay. But what I remember that my last CTC was approx 35 lakhs. Okay. When I left my job, I was on around 35 lakhs with some stocks extra and all. Okay. I can help you definitely to reach to this level if you take my knowledge from NRC and core and CCNA batch, but still nowadays you have to gain some firewall and some data center knowledge and all. So if you refer the people who are from the industry, then definitely you learn more things. And this is why we started networkings. तो हमें सिंपल फैक्ट पता है भाई, जो बंदा इंडस्ट्री में काम कर रहा है वो आपको ज्यादा इंडस्ट्री के इनसाइट्स दे सकता है. ओके. सो this is the only thing we always ask engineers to teach with the networkings. That's why mostly everyone in networkings are from the industry. If you take my CCNP security, CCNP data center, whatever batch you are going to learn in the networkings, they all are from the industry and they are subject matter expertise SME for that domain. If anybody is teaching you Palo Alto, he is doing Palo Alto in his company. He is doing Palo Alto configurations, troubleshooting in his company. The same guy is teaching you Palo Alto. Okay, that's why people ask me, sir, why you are not teaching Palo Alto? Because I'm not a Palo Alto trainer. In my experience, I have already shown you my experience. I have never configured Palo Alto device. When I was in Apple, I configured little bit of Palo Alto, but I cannot become a Palo Alto trainer. If I teach Palo Alto, maybe you understand very well, but you will not become the guy for industry ready. And we want to make people industry ready, not the course ready. समझ रहे हो? तो हमें कोर्स रेडी क्या करना है भाई, सीसीएनपी करा दिया है, जॉब में उसको कुछ भी इंटरव्यू नहीं क्रैक हो रहा है, राइट? इफ यू जस्ट लर्न थ्योरी बुक्स एंड ऑल, so companies are going to ask you what I told you, scenario based question. And if you do not clear Cisco, like any company scenario based questions, these high companies like Cisco, Juniper, whatever is your company, like a dream company, they will not hire you if you cannot answer the basics very well and scenario based questions very well. That's why you need a batch, and this is the same batch what I created. अब तुम्हें समझ आ गया बैच क्यों डिफरेंट है. Now you got the point. Yes, we will be covering like obviously GRE tunnel, and because if you understand GRE tunnel, then only you understand MPLS overview, and then I'll teach you layer 3 MPLS configuration. And after that, I'll teach you DMVPN and like IPsec, DMVPN with IPsec something. Okay, so guys, are you happy with the content? I'm giving my 100%, trust me, more than 100% to this batch. But the only commitment is required that you will try to attend all classes, and you will, if you miss any class, you will revise the content very well, because the best thing what I can tell you, that taking knowledge in one class is not important. Okay, I hope you understand. Suppose you attend my like we are going to do suppose 20 live classes. So 20 classes is not important. If you attend my even 5 classes and repeat that classes three times, that is more valuable than attending all live classes just one time. समझ आया? हिंदी में भी बता देता हूं कि अगर मान लो मेरी 20 लाइव क्लासेस हो रही हैं 2.5 घंटे की, ऑलमोस्ट 2 से 2.5 घंटे की, ओके, और 20 क्लासेस तुम सारी लगा रहे हो बट रिपीट नहीं कर रहे, तो उससे कहीं अच्छा है जो शुरू की 5 क्लासेस है वो तुम 3 बार रिपीट करके बैठ जाओ, उससे इंटरव्यू ज्यादा क्रैक होंगे. समझ आया? गॉट इट नाउ? Okay, so the batch timing is 9:30 p.m. Monday and Tuesday. Okay, Monday and Tuesday. And again, I'm saying this is like 60% lab, 40% lab we will add in this batch, because I need to understand, okay, how I will cover, because now it's not just I added router and just added the links. We have to understand, okay, I'll cover this PAGP topic. I'll cover this LACP topic. I'll cover this EAGRP topic. I'll cover the technologies what you are going to learn. I'm going to inculcate in this batch. Okay, I'll be like there is one topic again that is called HSRP, and again this is a part of ENCORE, but still I'll help you to at least have basic overview of HSRP, because every company have HSRP. Okay, but again I'm saying if you have not enrolled for ENCORE batch, that is also very important, because you what you are going to miss in an RC, that is quality of service. Okay, you are going to miss lot of wireless content, automation, okay, and HSRP, VRRP, and then GLBP, and then multicasting. Okay, and again these topics will revise your ACL, NAT are also there, EAGRP overviews there, OSPF overviews there, BGP is over also overviews are there. Okay, but these are the topics what means mostly like going to be uh, like different, because in NRC you do not have costs, wireless, automation, HSS. I'm just remembering what other topics were covered. Okay, so this is the ENCORE batch, and if you see ENCORE के मैं तुम्हें content दिखाऊं, yeah, this is the ENCORE content. So you can see we covered OSPF version 2, OSPF version, yeah, we will cover version 3s as well. So guys, whatever content I'm showing you, we will cover IPv6 also. Okay, so you can see GRE, IPsec, wireless, syslog, COS, multicasting, VXLAN, SD-WAN. Okay, Lisp, you can see Lisp, COPP, Cisco control pin. So this is what I'm just showing you, that what we teach in the ENCORE. So whenever, if you have taken one module right now, because most of you, I know that most of you have taken just one module, CCNA, then maybe some of you have only taken the NRC, plus you have taken the Palo Alto. Yes, most of you. Then what I tell you right now, do not break your path. Go with CCN and RC and RC Palo Alto, and after that come back and learn ENCORE, because without ENCORE, like you will miss a lot of things. Okay, if you want to do self study, that also your call. But again, you want to learn some topics according to the requirement, because the most important topics are here is VLANs, HSRP, VXLAN, SD-WAN, a lot of topics. You go and check the demo session of the ENCORE batch. Okay, so all the best. Now it's like first day, and what I recommend you guys. Uh, So let's do some topic today, okay? At least one topic. And again, the topic what I mentioned in your batch, there is one topic I remember that is pending, CDP and LLDP. So let's cover this topic right now. Okay, but before that, let's take a 5 minutes break. and we will start our first topic with CDP LLDP. Again, guys, the people who are joining me with for CCNP, so it's like a lot of topics like you got as a bonus, because these topics are not part of CCNP. And again, I'm saying EAGRP, OSP, BGP in depth more than the Cisco syllabus. MPLS, not just the theory, we will cover with the lab. Okay, MPLS overview, and you can see layer 3 MPLS L3 VPN configuration, so that you understand about RD value, RT value. So this is the interview question from ISP. If you join any ISP company, na, like Airtel or maybe AT&T, Sprint, level 3, whatever entity data. So they ask you, okay, tell me what is RD value, what is RT value. So you need to understand this. एंड एयरटेल का ये पेट क्वेश्चन है, एयरटेल में जाओगे ना जॉब करने मान लो, ओके, एंड इफ यू अप्लाई फॉर देयर L2 L3 पोजीशन, दे आस्क यू RD वैल्यूज, RT वैल्यूज एंड ऑल. Okay, so let's take 5 minutes break, guys. What is TAC engineer? The people who solve the issues which are not solved by normal engineers. Okay, suppose you are a network engineer and you have done everything to troubleshoot your Cisco router, but there is a TAC engineer who is the expert of that Cisco router because they are from Cisco only. They have trained especially for that Cisco product. They know hidden commands. You will not get those hidden commands in CCNA, CCNP anywhere. You will get to know about those hidden backend. Have you seen any technician, like suppose your laptop gets corrupted, you invite a Dell guy or maybe a guy from Acer or HP. So they have their own softwares, right? They fix your laptop with their own software. They have some default softwares for them for the company only, right? So the same thing happens like as a TAC engineer. You get to access those tools which are not easily accessible for normal network engineers. Okay. How TAC is different? I'll, Sarfaraz, I'll come and discuss. Okay. Break लेने दो भाई. कितनी देर से कॉन्टिन्यूसली बोल रहा हूँ यार, मैं पानी भी ना पीऊं, बताओ मैं जाऊं मैं पानी पीने? गुरफान, गुफरन, या गो? ओके, यू ऑल्सो गो ना? ओके ओके. Okay, guys. No sound. Hello, hello, hello. Mic testing. महेश अलग लग रहे हो थोड़े. चुलबुल पांडे. Parag multicast is part of ENCOR. See, ENCOR and RC are like brother and sister. Okay, so we start with the CDP LLDP. Okay, and I have shared my screen. So for that, let's do in this lab, or maybe. Okay, so what I'll be showing you, I think I can show you simple lab, because in the first class, I don't want to give you the big lab right now. Okay, because it's a small topic, so we can choose the small lab. But yes, when we will be doing the final lab, when we will be doing that, we will definitely cover the topic again and again also. Okay, so what we do is CDP LLDP, right? CDP LLDP. Okay, so let me give you basic overview, guys. You mostly all of you have this lab access, and if you have not got the lab access, like you can always contact support team. Let me tell you how to. You go to the learn, and on the live portal you watch your live sessions nwkings.com. Okay, so this is the website for live batches and the videos of our classes. Because if you miss the class or you want to repeat the batch, so all those videos are on the learn portal, learn.nwkings.com, or you can also open with another link, that's nwflix.com, because we call this nwflix. Okay, like Netflix say nwflix. Okay, it's like our Netflix of learning. Okay. So you can open NWFlix or you can open learn.nwkings. That's your choice. It works on both the domains. Okay. The same username password. Okay. So live portal, learn portal have it. You are going to sign up. So remember your passwords. And if you get any problem, contact us pe jana hai. Okay. And in the contact us, there is a contact support team. Okay, so you can WhatsApp this support team. There is a WhatsApp number. Okay, you just message when you got any issue. Okay, and if you are a new guy who is watching me on YouTube and if you want to take admission, you can sign up for this. Just fill this form and we will get back to you. Okay, additionally, you will get a lab access. If you have not got the lab access, just wait. Maybe you have taken admission today or yesterday. So you will get the lab credential. Okay, so you will get the lab server like this. And we have very powerful labs, and that you can see on the status.nwkings.com. Okay, so status means the labs what we have. Okay, so you can see here right now, I think there is a maintenance going on the data center server, but mostly you can see the uptime is almost 97, 98% from last 30 days. So we have 24 by 7 lab access. And again, this is like we are not separately charging you for the lab access. That's part of the batch. Okay. तो इसकी कोई एक्स्ट्रा लैब एक्सेस का ऐसा नहीं है बट येस इफ यू आर टेकिंग ऑल एक्सेस पास एंड ऑल दैट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग but when you are joining the live batches with us, this is complimentary. But again, mostly CCNA, CCNP batches, they do not have any issue. But when you join the SD-WAN, okay, definitely SD-WAN is very high CPU intensive. So I can assure you that that you do not get regular issues because SD-WAN is very difficult to manage. But nobody in the world is giving the labs for complimentary. Okay, if you go to Cisco CCNA lab, I'm just showing you. Okay, I'm not asking you to buy. I'm just showing you that if you buy the labs from direct Cisco, only for CCNA they will charge you $150. Okay, and these are like just like basic labs. You cannot configure them from the beginning. Like they will give you the steps and all. Okay, but yes, it's better for CCNA. You can try packet tracer, and if you have R lab access, you can refer to that lab access as well. And if you go and see that I want to do the NRC lab access, the CCNP NRC lab access itself is $150 only for labs. And we have created the portal in such a way that you are able to perform mostly all these labs, okay, in our servers also. Okay, so it means you are saving this $150 also, and you are also getting the access for almost 3 to 4 months, 4 months approx, you can say that. Okay, this is the second. But still, if your company will pay, if you are working for a company who can reimburse that amount, for extra knowledge you can buy that. Okay, but for from your money, I think it's not worth it. बट कंपनी पैसा दे रही है तो कर लो भाई, ये भी करो, जो जहां से ज्ञान मिल रहा है लो. ठीक है, सिंपल है. ओके, yeah, that's the thing. And as I mentioned that our these are a lot of labs. If you see on our server, there are a lot of labs. Okay, and these labs are already built. But suppose like you are a student, like your name is Abhijit, but you want to create a lab. Okay, but you will not get the permission to create a lab, because if we give permission, student get admin access and students can delete. You can see all the option. There is a button here, delete. Okay, I do not want my students will suffer if any student will delete the labs. That's why we are not giving you permission to create a lab. But still, in any case, if you want, because already how means 100 to 200 labs are already there. ये देखो. Okay, and I'll give you the lab guide as well. Okay, so lab guide. Where is that? NRC. I think here somewhere. Yeah. So I'll be giving you some notes. So this is the CCNA book we have. So this is the CCNA book. Very cool. Very easy to understand. If you are joining with us for CCNP, still you can get this. And this is the CCNP lab guide. We have created the lab guide for the NRC batch, where you can see the first practical is static routing, the lab one static routing. So you go to this section, go to, you can see routing, and you can see the first lab number one, default routing, static routing, open. Okay, so you can see lab one, similar lab. You can change the color, light and dark also. And you can see the same lab. You refer this and do the practical here. But we have added extra one link for extra thing. Okay, like the same way, let's say you are doing this lab BGP or EBGP or this one lab 25. So you can see this is a lab number 25 and you want to do this lab. Okay, and there is a lab 25 in our workbook also. So you can refer this guide, which is approx 100 pages, more than that, I think. So lab 25 has all the configuration what you require. Lab number 25 कहाँ गई, ये रही. Yeah. So this is the same thing. You can see R2, R3, AS number. So maybe some slight changes, but still you are able to understand and do the practical. You can see R2, R3, R4, R1, R2. But there is additional internet link we have added. That it is your choice. You want to do the internet configuration or not. But you can just turn on the devices by click start. Okay, start and start like this. And you open the router R2. Okay, like this. And if you get this type of issue, suppose, so this issue is actually when you log in into the device, and because I have logged in this website from longer time, but I have not done any activity. And if you do not do activity, the session got timeout. So it means you have to close the lab, sign out, and then log in again. Okay. In case if you get any problem, stop the devices and log in again. Okay. So now we are doing the CDP LLDP. So that mostly it's under CC, this switching part I'll create here. Okay. So I think this lab you can do with any lab. It's not required that CDP LLDPs are, there is no lab with CDP LLDP. You can open any lab and do that CDP LLDP in that lab also. Okay, so now what I'll be doing here, I'll just add some Cisco latest routers, which are called voice virtual IOS routers. Okay, let's add two routers for CDP. Okay, and let's add some switch also, again the latest switches of Cisco. Okay, let's add two. Okay, so now you can do this lab, or you can, again I am saying, you do not have to do the same lab. You can open any lab, कहीं पे भी कर लो. देखो, just open this lab. You can see there are devices. You can open this lab. You can see already 4 devices are available. So you can do practical here. So this is how you need to just think and do the lab. Okay. And in any case, if you want your own lab, what I was saying, so just share the design. Okay, and share with the support team. They will create a lab in the server for you. Suppose you want to create your own lab, so you can share with us. We will create it for you. Okay, that. But for beginners, I think packet tracer is good. Okay, so we have added two routers. And now I'm adding a switch. I don't know I added, but they gone. Okay, so what we will do here. Okay, so let's keep this device aside, or maybe we can connect. Okay, so now just power on the devices. Start, start, start. Okay, and now when you click on the router, you can see there is a console. You open all the windows one by one. Okay, like this. Okay, so now all the tabs you can see, just select all these tabs with shift button and just drag it out. Okay, like make like a console, like make like a putty, like this. Very easy, right? So now we will see the topology and we will do the practical also side by side. This is the best way to do the lab. Okay, so now you can see the devices are getting loaded, and these are the latest iOS softwares which are available on the cloud platforms. Okay, so why we use this virtual iOS virtual switches? Because these are the latest version images. Latest means you will be able to configure the latest EAGRP. Okay, by the way, in our batch, we will be covering the latest EAGRP as well. Okay, because there are two EAGRP. One is called the old one, and there is, because I told you EAGRP in depth, it means we will be covering the EAGRP, what we call classic mode. We will also learn EAGRP named mode, which is latest one. Okay, so classic mode is like simple one, and the named mode only work on the latest software. Okay, let me show you. If you go to the lab again, and if I configure the device again, okay, so now, and side by side, suppose if I open a packet tracer, so I can show you the difference. What is the difference between our labs and maybe in packet tracer, or maybe because some people, sir, why I'm not doing a hands-on. Okay, what if I join any offline? Because in offline centers they have devices like 10 years old, 15 years old, because these devices are very costly, so no training centers can afford high, what we call costly devices for the lab practice, right? So what we have done, like we have, yeah, you can see the packet tracer, and if you go to this router, okay, in the packet tracer, the router is getting loaded. I'll show you. But here I show you, this is the router enable, and let's give the name here router 1, host name R1. Okay, so this router I'm talking about. And here I say router EIGRP. So you can see there is a EIGRP virtual instance name. So it means this support, I can say router EIGRP Atul. I can give my name and I can configure EIGRP with this method. This is called the latest EIGRP EIGRP named mode. Okay. But if you open the packet tracer and go to this router, I'm sure this router do not have that feature. Yeah, you can say when I say router EIGRP, you can see they have only in packet tracer, you only have the classic mode. You cannot say router EIGRP Atul. You can see this is an error. So this is the biggest difference, guys. So when you join like anyone, like they will teach you AGRP definitely, but there are the things what is going on in the industry, because every company nowadays they are using the latest Cisco routers, right? Mostly all companies, they always buy the latest router for their companies. And when you, as a network engineer, when you configure the devices, then why you will configure the old EAGRP? Why you will configure old technologies, right? You will always configure, or your seniors will ask you to configure the advanced things. Okay, now if you open this Cisco latest series 4000 series, okay, and if you go to any model number, every model number has a data sheet. Okay, so you can see this is the product. And if I go here, this is what we call view not upgrade. I think there is should be a data sheet. इन्होंने डेटा शीट हटा दी क्या यहाँ से? Resources and case studies. Yeah, you can see this is the data sheet. So data sheet means everything what router is capable of, like manual. Okay, when I open this manual, now I can say when I search for EIGRP, you can see here this is EIGRP. Okay, they have not written they support named mode or not. Or if I directly say EIGRP named mode, okay, configure EIGRP named mode document. This is the document, and requirements. Okay, I think they have not added the model number. You have to check this. Yeah, you can see this is published in 2015. So the devices after 2015 or after that, they can only support the latest technology of EAGRP. But before that, you can see they have updated in 2022. So they are changing the technologies, you can say. And you can see people are asking me, sir, what is TAC engineer? You can see this guy, Subhesh Sharma, is a Cisco TAC engineer who has created this document. Now you understand that TAC engineers are creating Cisco documents. They are creating, like they are fixing the issues. They are writing the case studies, because case studies are helpful for the people who are doing some configuration and all. So if you get any problem, you can read the case study. You can see view all case study related to the 4000 series. Okay, case study about any technology, case study about any like there are Cisco bugs also. You can check, like, is there any Cisco bugs directory? Okay, so Cisco has a directory called bug search tool. Okay, if you feel like you have done everything, but still you are not able to fix the issue, maybe there is a bug in the software. So you need to see that in the bug search tool. Okay, and then you share the bug and check, okay, is there any bug? and maybe you have to upgrade the software. And if they're not fixed, maybe Cisco will say, okay, we will fix this issue in like 10 days, 15 days. Maybe sometimes they take more days also. Okay, so these are the exception cases. So when you work for a company, you get to know all these things, and this is the work of a network engineer. तो ऐसा नहीं है सारा दिन आपको OSPF कॉन्फ़िगर करना है. It's not like that every time you have to configure any routing protocol like EIGRP, OSPF, BGP. No. As a network engineer, you need to understand about the bugs. You need to understand how to raise a ticket with Cisco. Okay, then how to raise a ticket, go to Cisco TAC support. You can see Cisco support, and you have to open a case. You can see open view cases. यहाँ पर the people who are client of Cisco, they can only open a case. Okay, so then from this link you go and raise a ticket. Means you will upload your documents. And do you know there is a link, there is a command. Whenever you raise a ticket with Cisco, Cisco will ask you, give me tech support file. So how to give that tech support file? Okay, so that is go to your router. Sorry if I'm deviating you from that what we are learning CDP, but I'm in the flow, so I'm giving whatever information I'm giving. So that's also important, right? So this is the different thing about our batches. So we do not just teach you the content, we teach you the industry things. That's what I wanted to tell you. Okay, so when you go to Cisco support and all, so they will ask you, hey Atul, can you please give me the tech support file? And this is the file, guys. They ask you. The command is show tech support. Show tech support. This command contains all the commands automatically. You can see enter, and it will give show version. It will give running configuration. It is a combination of 10, 15 commands. Everything will be copied, and this copy paste, you have to copy and paste in the notepad file and upload in the tag case. Like you raise a ticket, right? All the details are going in the show tech support command. So what command you have learned right now? Type in the chat. अभी कौन सी कमांड बताई है मैंने, लिखो. Yes, show tech support. Remember, because if you don't know this and you become a L2 engineer, oh man, you don't know this command. This is too easy. So show tech support is the command. Show tech support nahi, show tech support. Okay. You can see all the file systems. ये देखो ऊपर जो कमांड्स जा रही है ना, all the commands are related to the files, CPU usage, memory usage, everything. TAC engineer will now dig and dive all the notepad file. Okay, but now people ask me, sir, is Linux important? Yes, Linux is also good for network engineers, because sometimes when they give the tech support file, or like Juniper routers, all they have big databases also. When the client share these type of heavy file, what we call configuration, when you have a Linux, you will be able to search very easily. If you know Linux, you can search the things very easily, like ls or grep commands are there. Okay, so you just use cat commands. So at least I recommend you, till my next class, I recommend you go to, like if you have time, because I'm not teaching you very advanced topics right now. So at least try to watch 3 to 4 hours of Linux. Very important for you. Watch this 6 hours of Linux video, which will be good for you in further capturing the logs, finding the logs. So no need to join any Linux batch. It's completely free on our YouTube channel. So I'm just adding a link here. Okay. So now we will make you the perfect engineer. Just now, again, I'm saying we are giving 100%. Now it totally depends on you what percentage level of engineer you want to become. You want to become the perfect guy, obviously, then you have to learn everything what is required in the industry. Okay, you cannot say I'm just a beginner, or maybe in my previous job we never use this tool. No, when you joining a new company, they expect you should have this type of knowledge, right? And maybe this knowledge can help you to crack interviews. Okay, so now, so CDP is a very easy topic. Okay, we will not be discussing the theory part right now. Let me show you the configuration first. Okay, so now CDP is a Cisco Discovery Protocol. And when you go to the router right now, you can see there is a switch 3. And if I go to switch 3 and run a command, okay, let me give the name, host name switch 3. So I give a command here, show CDP. CDP stand for Cisco Discovery Protocol. And when I say show CDP neighbor, so you can see there are no CDP neighbors. There are no CDP neighbors. Okay, why? Because the device is connected. Then what? How I'll troubleshoot? Why my neighbor? Because the router is also Cisco. Then I'll check my show IP interface brief, and then I can say, okay, from my side the port is up. Maybe because in virtual environment it will show you up, but most of the time if router is down it will show you up, and here it will show you down. Okay, but if I go to the router again, the file is still going on. You can say Control C or Control Z. I'm trying to stop, but it's not going. Control C is the only option, I think. Okay, leave it. The device will stop very soon. Okay, we can test in switch 4. So you can see switch 4, enable config T hostname switch 4. Okay, switch 4 में neighbor दिख रहा है. Let's say CDP neighbor. CDP neighbor also not displayed in the switch 4. So if I go to the second router, which is my router 2, Control C, all the key buttons I have already entered. Maybe it's HTML console, that's why it's not stopping. Okay, so now can you see the router is loading with very powerful configurations? Because as I mentioned, these are the latest images, so they are powerful. So let's say router 2. And if I say show IP interface brief, so you can see all the router ports are admin down. So which port I need to activate? GI01. So when I go to GI01, I just give no shutdown command. I'm not giving IP address, guys. I'm just giving no shutdown because my port is admin down, which is connected to my switch 4. And when I say no shutdown, the router will give me state up message, yes. And now if I see show CDP neighbor, now you can see CDP, come fast. Okay, so let's say show CDP interfaces. So now you can see the interface G01 line protocol is up, sending CDP packets after every 60 seconds. Means CDP packet goes from router to switch, switch to switches, router to router, all Cisco devices. They are sending some special messages to each other after every how many seconds? We learn from the CLI, CDP packets goes after every 60 seconds. So if you send CDP, but the router is not replying, then you do not become neighbor. So for how long you will wait for the message? That is called hold down time, that I will wait for 3 minutes. That's called CDP hold down. Okay. Hold down timer. And this hold time, hold time, that's 180 seconds. समझ रहे हो भाई? हर 60 सेकंड में आप सीडीपी का मैसेज भेजोगे, और अगर किसी ने 3 मिनट तक रिप्लाई नहीं दिया तो आप नेबर नहीं बनाओगे, अगर है तो वो डिलीट कर देंगे. ओके, सो आफ्टर एवरी 60 सेकेंड CDP messages will go from all devices to each other. And If you are a new device, you will not become neighbor. And if you are already neighbor and you are not replying me in 180 second, I will remove the neighborship. I will remove the neighborship because every 60 second I want your presence. I want your, it's like hello packet. I want hello after every 60 second. Okay. So now if I check show CDP, yeah. Now you can see, guys, CDP neighbor has a new entry which is called switch 4. And this my local interface is GI01. The other side interface is GI00. You can see that. दिख रहा है? The router 2 is showing you switch 4, GI01. Okay, and this router has RSI. The switch support routing, switching, and IGMP. IGMP is a multicasting protocol. So it support routing, switching, and multicasting. All three capabilities switch 4 has. So it's like an advanced device. Okay, we can see in detail by typing show CDP neighbor detail, and now you can see in detail this the device name is switch 4, the capabilities are routing, switching, IGMP, my local interface is GI01, the other side interface is GI00. My hold down timer is going on because if it becomes 0, you reset, you remove the neighborship, but after every 60 seconds this again becomes 180. Okay, it's like countdown timer, 180, 170, 160. And if you get CDP, again it will become 180. Okay, तो हर 60 सेकंड में दोबारा 180 हो जाता है. After every 60 second, again this timer start from 180. Okay, but if any link is down, router is down, this 180 will keep going down and this will become 0. When it becomes 0, it will remove the neighborship. Now you can see this is the Cisco IS software version L2 software. This is the version 15.2. Okay, we are using 15.2 version in the switches. And this package compiled, you can all other things. And CDP entries are one. All these things. Okay, so that's thing. So show CDP interfaces, that on my which interfaces CDP is up, packet is up. So you can see my all interfaces are CDP enabled, but they are not working because they are admin down. But you can still see this line sending CDP on this link. But on any link, if you want to disable, okay, so like this port is not in use, I can disable on GI03 and GI02, right? Because they are not operational. So I can disable, right? For my security, interface GI02, no CDP, no CDP enable. Okay, so I go to another interface also GI03, no CDP enable. And when I disable the CDP and when I type show CDP interface, so you can see now CDP is only active on these two links because those two links are gone from the list because I've disabled on GI02 and 3. That's why you see 00 and 01. So what are the command? Like if you want to go to disable CDP, so you go to the port and say no CDP enable. Okay. And by default, all Cisco devices, like they are by default enable with CDP because all the devices of Cisco, they are by default running CDP, right? So now if you want to completely shut down CDP, so simply you say no CDP run. And this will stop CDP from all the device, disable CDP from everywhere. You can verify with show CDP interface. You can see CDP is not enabled. You run show CDP neighbor. The command, both commands will say CDP is not enabled because the command to disable is no CDP run. Okay, so that's the thing going in your notes. I already have CDP. You can see here CDP LLDP. Okay, so you can see here, like when we talk about CDP LLDP, Like CDP is Cisco Discovery Protocol and LLDP stand for Link Layer Discovery Protocol. So if you have all Cisco devices, you use CDP. And when you have LLDP, like you can find neighbors with Cisco and Juniper, Cisco HP. So multi-vendor, if you are not only using Cisco, you have multi-vendor devices, then there is a LLDP also, Link Layer Discovery Protocol. Okay, both the protocols are used to what? Discover the neighbors. किस लिए use होते हैं? Both the protocols are used to discover neighbors, network devices, neighbors. Okay. So CDP is by default on Cisco devices. That's why we can say that CDP is a Cisco proprietary. Proprietary means only work with Cisco devices. And LLDP is an open standard protocol. Okay, like if you want to run between Cisco and Juniper, which protocol you will use? LLDP. And if you want to between Cisco devices, you can run CDP and you can run as well LLDP also. Means Cisco के बीच में चाहे आप LLDP भी चला लो, okay, or you can run CDP, but CDP only work between Cisco. You cannot run CDP between Cisco and Juniper. But between Cisco, you have both option. You can go with Cisco protocol or you can go with LLDP, which is Link Layer Discovery Protocol. So CDP is used to discover the directly related neighbor. Like it will show you the IP address. It will show you right now. If I enable that device again, if I open and again enable CDP, what is the command? CDP run. Okay. So this is the command and I'll keep adding these type of screenshots so that you guys can refer. Okay. So what I'm showing you, okay? So you can see I just added here. So you can see this is the commands interface, how to disable. And rest, if you get any problem, you can watch this video again, okay? So now I'm showing you that when I go to router and give IP, suppose to this link, like maybe I'm giving a IP 192.168.1.1 to this cable, okay? So let's go and say GI01 IP address 192.168.1.1. Okay, subnet mask and no shutdown. Okay, CDP is enabled again, right? You can say show CDP interfaces. You can see still CDP is not activated on that interfaces what we disable. Because on those interfaces, if you check show running config, तो रनिंग कॉन्फ़िग में क्या दिखेगा? दैट रनिंग कॉन्फ़िग विल शो यू, this is what we call current configuration, that those links are already, you can see these are the commands already on my ports. So when I remove these, when I go to this interface and say CDP enable, then only these interface will come back in the CDP mode. So right now, but it's okay. I don't want to use these ports. Okay. But I'm showing you how you can verify all these things with multiple commands. You can check in show running config that CDP is enabled or not. Show CDP interfaces, show CDP neighbors, show CDP neighbors detail. All these commands you can run. So when you give an IP, okay, so you can check your IP address with show IP interface brief. Right. But suppose you are not logged in this device, you are logged in this device, maybe you are using, like you have access of this device. So you go to this switch and say, enable show CDP neighbor, and you can also give the name also, like if you know the name R2 like this. Okay, whatever router name, like R2, I think show CDP entry is the command, show CDP entry, and after that give a name here R2, that I only want to see the R2 device. Show CDP entry R2. So now you can see that CDP is also showing you the IP address. All these things, routing, switching, the router model number, it was also given by router to switch also. But now if a device is a layer 3, okay, which is capable of layer 3, you can say that yes, this is show CDP neighbor. Okay, you can see this has a routing and like bridging. It's like some switching module we can discuss later on. But right, there are some technologies which are like we can make like some bridge interfaces and all. So that's a different thing. But right now you can see it has a capability of routing. But if I go to the router and I say show CDP neighbor, how you identify the connected switch is layer 3 or not? When I say show CDP neighbor, so whenever you see a switch with R capability, it means this is a layer 3 device. But if you see a switch with only SI switching an IGMP, it means it's a layer 2. So when you see R, it means it has routing capability and it is a layer 3 device. Okay. Congrats, Jaspreet. So Jaspreet got a job in 3 big MNCs. She's just saying thanks. Yeah, repeat RBI, Reserve Bank of India. So RSI is basically routing, switching, and IGMP. Okay, routing, switching, and IGMP. So R stand for router, that this device capable of doing routing. This device is capable of doing switching. And I means IGMP. This device is do that what we call multicasting. IGMP is a multicasting protocol. Okay. So now this is all about CDP. But if I go deep dive, so how CDP is sharing, what details we are sharing in the CDP. So these messages contains that are called TLVs, type, length, and values. Okay, for that, what I recommend you, sometimes we have to use packet tracer because it's a packet tracer, right? So what I do here, I can open any lab of my previous session. Maybe I can open this VLAN lab or maybe RSTP. Yeah. Okay, so you can see these are the 3 switches right now. And obviously by default, a CDP is already running, right? So what I'm trying to show you that how these messages are going on, because you can see CDP neighbor. So in the CDP neighbor, you can see the other switches are also connected. So by default, it means CDP is running everywhere, whether you open your previous labs or you open any lab of Cisco, or maybe everywhere in real devices, everywhere CDP is activated, right? And you can see these switches are only showing you S capability. That these devices are only layer 2, they are not layer 3. That's why it will only show you S. Okay. And other things, same commands will run here, show CDP neighbor detail. It will show you all capability, version, everything, right? But what is going inside the CDP? So there is in the packet tracer, there is a simulation mode, and you go here and select this filter, edit filter. I want to capture which packet CDP. So select this CDP. Okay. So you can see I have selected CDP and this window will show you in the simulation. Let me show you again. Go to simulation mode, go to filter and select the CDP, and then just press this play button like you play songs. Now see the magic. You can see some packets over here. And now when you open these packets, you can see CDP is a layer 2. That's why layer 3 is disabled. So that's why I can say that CDP is a layer 2 protocol. Sometimes lot of information not given in the books. When you do practical, you see some logics and then you write your own theories. Okay, now I can say CDP is a layer 2 protocol. Maybe most of the books have written, but now you actually understand why this is layer 2, because CDP only work on 2 layers and CDP is using some special MAC address which is 01000CCCC. So this MAC address I have already written in the notes. You can see Cisco ka MAC address hai. Cisco has a special MAC address which is only reserved for CDP 010CCCCC. Okay. So What, how you remember, I don't know, but it's like all C's after 01000 CCC. So this is a MAC address of one CDP. There is a protocol called SNAP. Cisco is using a protocol called SNAP. Okay, you do not have to go deep dive. Nobody will ask you Snap. Okay, but Cisco is using Snap for CDP, DTP, some small protocols of Cisco. They are using this sub network access protocol. Okay, if you want to learn, if you have curiosity to learn Snap, okay, obviously that's not even in CCIE, but still you want to learn, you can go and say Cisco Snap. Simple network enabled auto provision, lot of sub network access protocol I remember. I don't know, शायद कुछ अलग बोल दिया मैंने. नहीं, this Snap is something different. If I say Snap CDP, yeah, sub network access protocol. See, 2024 is not bad for my memory. So Snap. Okay, so this you can see CDP run on all LAN WAN media that support sub network access protocol. So nothing too much you will not find about this protocol. Like they have some internal protocol and that CDP is working on that protocol. Like if I ask you, tell me HTTP S work on which protocol? TCP, right? Yes or no? HTTP work on also TCP. Okay, like if I talk about Telnet, Telnet also work on TCP. SSH also work on TCP. FTP also work on TCP. So all these are TCP protocols. Okay, like the same way you can say CDP is a snap protocol. Okay, so now coming to that, all messages are going on at the back end. ये पीछे चल रहा है अभी ये message पे message. Okay, so you can see all the packets are going everywhere. Can you see all switches sending switches? This is the backend I'm showing you. That after every 60 seconds, they are sending packets to each other. You can observe for just, you can see, यहाँ packets बन गए हैं. You can see packets are created going to switch 1, going to switch 2. Now let's see what will happen. Now this device creating almost 6 packets because it has around 5 to 6 neighbor. All 5 packets go on to its neighbor. Means whatever number of neighbors you have in the neighbor table, that number of packets you will send after every 60 seconds. So we have almost 3 devices. Okay. And after 3 devices, I don't know why we are sending this to laptop. Yeah. So you can see this is a very, very bad thing. We are sending CDP to the laptops also. Right. So we can disable CDP on those ports like FA02021. You go here and say show CDP. Okay. Always remember, come back to the real time. Okay. When you do type command, show CDP interfaces. So you can see all the ports have like 20 where my computers are connected 2021. They are also like CDP enable. For better security, what we can do, we just enable CDP between Cisco devices, that's it, and disable on the ports which are computers or servers, just say no CDP enable. This is how you disable. And now if I go back to simulation mode, play the button again, now you can see it is not creating 5 6 packet, only creating 3. Okay, only they will not go to computers now because we disabled CDP and we are saving some resources. Okay, CDP is not a big packet, but still you are saving some resources of your network because anyhow they are processing, right? So when you open the CDP packet, so in the inbound PDU details, PDU stand for protocol dependent, right? Protocol data unit means what is going inside. So if you remember that this is the layer 2, this is Snap, and this is the CDP. And under CDP, what I told you, what CDP is sending, like protocol, length, type, TTL, a lot of things are going on. But here you see the important information. These all information is under TLV. TLV. Can you see that? So everything in the CDP, if I just zoom in, somehow. Okay, so you can see CDP TLV, CDP TLV. So all the information what you see in the command, whatever information you are getting in the CDP commands, okay, like version, IP address, all these things are coming from multiple packets, not from one single packet. Okay, because these all information are called TLV, type length value. Okay, so all the commands are already written. So if you want to disable, nodes are already prepared. You just say no CDP enable, and how to disable CDP, go to interface, no CDP enable. How to disable globally, I've already mentioned. Just give no CDP run command and you can disable the CDP globally. Okay. So LLDP, I think the similar way we can discuss LLDP also. Nothing much difference. Okay. And so LLDP is not sending packet after 60 seconds. We are sending packet after 30 seconds. Okay. And hold down timer is going on after, like, instead of 180, we have 120 seconds. Okay. Mostly everything is same. Just remember the timers are different and the LLDP is an open standard. Now, if I want to disable CDP, how I will disable? I go to the devices and say no CDP run. Okay. I go to these devices. I say no CDP run everywhere. Okay. I go to this device also. No CDP run. Okay. Now I want to activate LLDP. I just say LLDP run. So easy commands, guys. Okay. LLDP run. So at least these type of protocol you should never miss because it's very easy to learn and you can mention in your resume because most of the interviews are taken by interviewers from the resume. तो अगर ये स्किल आपने क्या समझना है, what you need to understand that whatever topics I'm covering, I will add in my resume. Okay, because when you add in your resume, those CDP, LLDP, if you just search CDP, LLDP in the jobs, you can see CDP, LLDP is also showing you some related networking kind of jobs. Okay, not everyone, but somehow, like if I search about Cisco or maybe just say LLDP or just say Cisco or something like that, not giving me much output, but maybe LLDP, CDP, they are not writing, but in some of the jobs, maybe you get to see that CDP, LLDP in the job descriptions. Okay, so there is you can see CDP is written over here. Maybe that's a different thing, not related to networking. Okay, but I'm just showing you that some topics are in the job description. Maybe CDP, LLDP is not in the job description, but like NTP, DHCP, if you ask OSI, DHCP, Telnet, SSH, if you search these technologies, there are a lot of opportunities you can see. CDP, LLDP से आपको ये सारी jobs दिख रही हैं. What I search DHCP, SSH. So that's why if you put these skills in your Naukri profile, in your job portals, in your resume, so you have high chance of getting selected by when the recruiter shortlist a resume. Okay. So I recommend you please watch my Naukri video so that you understand how companies search candidates from job portals. Okay. So I think that video is available on the YouTube. So LLDP run command hai. Okay, the same thing LLDP run command you give everywhere. LLDP, LLDP, LLDP. Okay, and you see the LLDP neighbor with again same command show LLDP neighbor. Same thing, same output, everything is same, no such difference. Show CD LLDP neighbor detail. If you want to see IP address, version, protocol, software, all things are in the neighbor detail. Okay, chess CID, okay, capabilities, everything in the LLDP. Again, LLDP also uses type length values. If I go here simulation, this time I select LLDP instead of CDP. and I again play the button, and now you see the LLDP packet. An LLDP packet is using some different MAC address. Okay, this is not Cisco. And see LLDP directly working on after frame. There is no snap protocol because snap is used by Cisco. LLDP is direct layer 2 protocol. Directly, it has a OP code which is called, I think, type 8CC. Okay, what is OP code? मैं तुम्हें ज्यादा डिटेल में ना ले जाऊं यार, अभी ना पहली क्लास में आधे बच्चे ज्वाइन ही ना करें। सर इतना मुश्किल बैच लग रहा है। ठीक है, 50% भी दिमाग में आ जाए तो बात ही क्या है, राइट? सो इफ यू सी दिस इज अ कोड टाइप 88cc, एंड इफ आई से देर इज दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल ईथर टाइप. So ether type, how the frame understand, how the devices understand that this is the LLDP packet, because in the frame they check this detail which is called ether type. Okay, from this information only we come to know this is ARP packet, this is which packet. So this is what we call ether type. Okay, so what I say, go and check ether type. Okay, when I teach you that Ethernet header, I will cover this. Okay, but ether type is a field in the frame which tell that which protocol we are in layer 2, which layer 3 protocol or which other protocol is going on. Like in IP packet, if you open any IP packet like a ping, ICMP, whatever, okay, you see that 800. So when you see any ARP packet, it will show you 806. Okay. So maybe people will not ask you ether type value because it's too advanced. Maybe they can ask you also for basic protocol, like what is the ether type code for ARP. Okay. So it's like I'm just giving you very high detail information. But right now, you can understand that ether type tell the device that which layer 3 information we are carrying. हम कौन सी layer 3 की information carry कर रहे हैं. So when I start showing you packets, when I start showing you things, it means you are in the level 2. That's why I told you, welcome to the level 2 version now. It's not CCNP, it's a level 2 of network engineers. We expect you should have basic OSI model, VLANs, maybe some static routing, default routing knowledge. That's it. Okay, so we are covering everything from the beginning. So if I want to disable LLDP, so you can see all TLV is going on. And if I want to disable LLDP, I go again, guys, uh, interface GI01 and LLDP transmit. So just say no LLDP transmit if I want to disable. No LLDP transmit. Don't send LLDP packet. No LLDP receive. So you have to give two commands in LLDP that I want to stop sending. I also want to receive, transmit and receive. I want to give both the commands to stop LLDP. If I want to disable, because if you only give transmit, then you will receive LLDP packets, but you will not send. Okay, so in this LLDP, so you have to say no LLDP receive, no LLDP transmit, both the commands we have already mentioned in the notes. So what are the commands? Show LLDP neighbor. Okay, these are the things. Okay, so have a good read, guys. I think that's enough information about CDP, LLDP. It's a small protocol. Still, I have given you enough information, and still you are excited about these protocols more. You can explore more, definitely. You can go and read Cisco documents. And if you get any problem, if you have concern, you can always ask in the portal for after the live class also. You can just share in that portal. Okay, so we have to add that CDP LLDP, CDP LLDP, CDP LLDP. Okay, so this notes link we will share on your email ID. I'll share in the WhatsApp group also today. Okay, don't worry that sir I have not got the notes. रोना धोना नहीं है मेरे बैच में. कंटेंट बहुत है मिलने को. Okay, so I'm Still CDP LLDP is added here. Okay. So again, go and check. So what is CDP? Arey, why this picture is added? Yeah. CDP LLDP, Cisco Discovery Protocol, Link Layer Discovery Protocol. CDP is Cisco proprietary, LLDP is open standard. If you want to run between Cisco, you run CDP. If you want to run between Juniper and Cisco or maybe HP, other company device LLDP, but still you have a chance to run LLDP between Cisco also. Okay. So we are doing this lab. I have shown you this lab. Yeah, you can do that as well here also. Okay, ये जो हमारे चल रहे हैं ना यहाँ पे भी कर सकते हो. The same thing you can run here also. CDP you have checked here also in this lab, right? So if you want to, like in all my devices, like if I see show CDP neighbor, I will enable my all interfaces, interface range GI00 and 1, no shutdown because my router ports are shut down, na? So that's why I cannot see the ports. So here also I go and I think this port is also down GI00, no shutdown, right? So now this router should show me two neighbors. So router 1 पे जाएंगे. Router 1 should show me how many neighbors? 2. So show CDP neighbor. So you can see we can see two neighbors. So router 1 is showing you that we have one device which is R2 and we have a connected device which is switch. So you can see both have RSI because it's a multi-layer switch, right? So that's why I see RSI. Okay, so routing, switching, and IGMP. You can always check show CDP neighbor command, show CDP neighbor detail command, show CDP interfaces command, show CDP entry, and then you can, if you know the device name, you can add the device name, but the device should be same name what you enter here. This will also give you the, because in big companies, like maybe in the CDP, you have maybe 50 devices or 30, 20. It can be more than that also. Now in 20, 30 devices, you know the exact name, right? So because if you run show CDP neighbor, it will give you very big output, or detail चला दी तो बहुत बड़ी output आएगी. Detail will give you very big output. It's very difficult to see that only device. So that's why there is a command show CDP entry switch 3 like that. And the same commands are available in LLDP. Okay, so now what you recommend, what I recommend you, CDP, CDP. Okay, so now you can see, read this document also. No need to read any book, guys, because books will give you this knowledge. Okay, so some books will give you a lot of knowledge also. I'm not saying, but books are written in such a way that they have to write in 30 pages, they have to write in 15 pages, so obviously some content will go down, right? So that's why try to explore only on the official websites, read, but don't try to read random blogs like Geeks for Geeks. Okay, so this company is selling programming courses, they cannot teach CDP LLDP, so no need to run this, no need to understand from here, because maybe some blogs are written wrong and it can impact in your interview, because you are saying I have given the right information. Okay, but the interviewer will not select you because people are reading from the randomly from any company websites. Okay, if you feel like the website is good, if you feel like the content is good, definitely go and learn it. See, we have also updated networkings, CDP. Now this content is written by one network engineer. You can always see, yeah, it's a good thing, advertise timer, hold down timer, TTL. So you get more information now. CDP spoofing, like how to attack. You can see we have done a lab here. So I'm not showing you that only check networking's content. Okay, because we have written a lot of blogs. Uh, Students do not refer, but there are So he was my CCNA, CCNP student. Now he is part time. He is writing blog for networkings also. So if anybody, you guys, okay, some of you from my students, if anybody wants to write blog on technologies and first get the knowledge, so you can also part of networkings, right? So you can see how we write. Video is also added. What are the functions of NTP? How NTP works? What are the benefits? What is NTP version 4? So this is how, and this theory you will not get in the book, right? This is what I'm saying. Maybe you will get, maybe you will not get. सो नॉलेज मैं तुम्हें सच बता रहा हूं कि ये बंदा नेटवर्क इंजीनियर है, तो इसका कंटेंट, मेरा कंटेंट आप पढ़ सकते हो. बट व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से, इफ यू रैंडमली रीडिंग ब्लॉग्स एंड फ्रॉम एनी रैंडम वेबसाइट, एंड इफ यू डोंट नो द ऑथर, डोंट रीड इट. दिस इज व्हाट आई एम सजेस्टिंग. बिकॉज लर्निंग इज इजी बट अनलर्निंग इज डिफिकल्ट. गलत चीज पढ़ी हुई बड़ी टफ है भूलना, है ना? तो वही बात है. मैंने पंजाबी में पढ़ लिया था एक बार, ये कैसा टोया पाटा है, ना लांगा जाता है ना टापा जाता है, आज तक याद है. इट्स जस्ट तो ऐड मी ऑन व्हाट्सएप. वी डू नॉट हैव व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप, वी हैव अ व्हाट्सएप चैनल, वी विल ऐड यू. तो कुछ गलत चीजें याद हो जाए ना, जैसे तुम्हें गालियां याद हैं, नहीं भूली जाती भाई, क्या करें. तो वही कह रहा हूँ, अनलर्निंग इज डिफिकल्ट, लर्निंग इज इजी, अनलर्निंग इज डिफिकल्ट. तुम चाह के भी गालियां भूल सकते हो, सच बताऊं. नहीं ना. That's what I'm saying. Wrong things, bad things are difficult to unlearn. नेटवर्क इंजीनियर्स को थोड़ी आनी भी चाहिए, एप्लीकेशन टीम बहुत डंडा करती है. Okay, so this is just an example, okay, that if anybody abuses you, you cannot forget those bad words. You cannot, you will always remember that this guy has told me this thing, right? The same thing, if you are consuming bad data from the internet, it is actually making your profile. So somehow, somewhere, maybe you will say something not good in interview, and for just imagine, don't take that type of risk. Okay, so always follow the people who are actually engineers, who are from the industry, and the right people means, and verify. First, do not blindly follow if he is a network engineer also. First try to compare his knowledge, check he is giving the right content, then try to follow. This is how you follow someone. Okay, so that's all for the day, guys. I think it's a good session. बस अभी थक गया, मैं बहुत बोल लिया आज. मैं 12 बज गए और मेरे भी. Hello EES Links, how are you, man? You recently joined? Okay, okay, great. You can unmute.
I
Hello.
recently I recently joined. I
Okay,
follow you on
okay,
YouTube. I follow the link this evening to join the class.
okay, okay,
So I may be registering tomorrow so that I join tomorrow class.
okay, okay, great. Yes, who are new guys? Raise hand. Intro तो दे दो यार थोड़ी बहुत. Yeah, Deepu, what do you do? What do you do for living?
I'm a network technician.
Okay, okay, great.
I'm a network technician.
So which place?
Dubai.
Okay, Dubai.
Yes.
Al Habibi? Okay. So who all? I can say this guy, I think, एक तो ये भी है, मैं किसी पुराने बच्चों को ये ना कह दूं भाई तू नया है. उसमें भी उसको लगे आसिफ या
जी
राजेश.
सर, आसिफ अहमद।
Okay, okay. So this guy, I can see new Cecil Chaco. Who is this? Chaco.
Yes.
Hi, I am from Kerala.
Okay, okay. Hi, welcome to the batch.
So, as a technician who is entering into a networking, what is the best advice you have for me?
So you want to become a network technician.
Network engineer.
Okay. Yeah, you are in the right batch. So we'll make you network engineer, don't worry. We have, not we, if I talk about me, like I think I have already created, because every month, every 3 months, we are producing 100, 200. So in a year, 500, and I'm teaching from last 7, 8 years continuously. So 7, 5, like almost 4, 5,000 engineers I have already made from the live batches. And YouTube, I don't know how many I've created.
That's great.
So anybody has a question, guys, and or we can wrap the session and we can have doubts maybe if you have from tomorrow, because it's the first day and you guys are live on YouTube as well.
So Atul, I have a doubt. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So right now we have a lot of people here. So uh, would there be any doubt clearing session with a lower number of people or sub batches or something like that?
See, normally, like ask my students, it always in the first 2, 3 sessions, people come and they have excitement to ask a lot of questions. But I trust my knowledge. I trust that people usually don't ask too many questions because I repeat the topic multiple times. First of all, second, there is a chat option. People can ask that. And between the session, like 15, 20 minutes or after the batch, also we have a doubt, and there is a doubt portal also. Okay, where like if I'm not able to answer because maybe because of time, maybe because of some XYZ reason, there is a portal also where I'm active.
Okay. So yeah, if you could share the access to that portal, that would.
Yes, yes, you will definitely get the access. It's like a lifetime access to everyone for that portal, so that you can keep asking your Cisco doubts there. Yeah. We will share on the WhatsApp group. Okay. So right now it's we are publicly. So it's our some portals are private portals. So we will share with on your email ID.
Can I ask a question, sir?
Just hold on. Yes, Shalid, I'm CCI in collaboration currently. Yeah, Shalid, are you there?
I'm here, yeah.
Yeah, hi Shalid. So you
Uh,
are like, what's the market of collaboration right now? I think it's declining, right?
it is declining and people are moving towards this so
Mhm.
many cloud solution, which
Mhm.
is yeah, like especially in UK market, okay, people are going to the third party.
Mhm.
When I say third party, non-Cisco things.
So you just
And,
want you have you got any roadmap that you are going for the cloud security? You are going for which track basically?
I don't have any idea at the moment because whatever I did, like whether it is security or anything else, the data, okay, where I lack the knowledge in data. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought, okay, let me learn the data, then we'll see.
Okay, by the way, guys, Shalid is a CCI collaboration. This is the highest level of CCI, you know, right? It's expert level. So he already expert in one domain, collaboration. But now he is here to gain some knowledge about enterprise, right? So you have done, I think, maybe recently or just a long
No,
time back,
it's in 2013. I got
2013.
my friend also here. Anish also did CCIA.
Okay, okay. He is also joining the same, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. What his name?
Anish Narayan, the guy who asked the question earlier.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay, great. So now, like, what's the mark? What I suggest if you want to get into cloud, so there is a plan. I'm just sharing, okay? Again, it's like
No
my
problem.
opinion. Whatever we create, it's like our suggestion. We are not asking people to only follow this, but still, it's a good. We understand the market. We have people, our trainers are from the industry only. So we have this plan. You can see this one. This can excite you maybe. So right now, like if you just learn CCNA, CCNP, routing, switching, and after that, if you just learn any firewall, maybe Palo Alto or something like that. So after that, there is a programs like Azure 104 will teach you basic cloud, like Azure administrator, and these are going to be the game changing for you. That's Azure 500 and Azure 700. Have you heard about these earlier?
Yes, yes. Yeah. And there are around 5, 6 people we joined together. Me,
Mhm.
Cecil Chaco, Shibin, Anish, all into the. So we
Mhm.
also like enroll into the firewall also, like Palo Alto and Fortinet. With
Okay, okay.
Fortinet.
You are already in discussion with the team.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, great, great. Yeah, but see, I'll make you perfect in routing definitely because you are joining with me in RC, and if you go for ENCOR, you will be good at switching part as well. But you can always, whatever batch you are joining, like Palo Alto or Azure 500, whatever, right? So just what I'd suggest you, go to networkings and suppose you want to learn maybe Azure, right? Azure 500 like that. So go and check that video also. That what is all about Azure 500. Okay, that how technologies are going in the market. So at least have a idea about that technology before you proceed for any program. This is the
Okay.
suggestion. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Any other question, guys, or we can wrap up for the session today?
Sir, can I ask you a question?
No, I don't have weekend classes, Lalan. Sorry. Weekend is like nowadays I'm playing cricket. I'm enjoying my life little bit. So weekend batch is like I used to take weekend batches, like but people from different countries they feel like weekends are for enjoyment. So even I do also feel so 5 दिन पिल लो यार जितना पिलना है 2 दिन enjoy करो है ना. So Monday to Friday I can take class any day. So Saturday Sundays are like just keep for the family and friends. Okay, so I'm also CCA
जरूरी है
collaboration.
जरूरी है वो भी
Manish,
जरूरी है
okay. Yeah, somebody was asking question.
no no just I say it's also required to for friends and family
Okay, okay.
Hi, sir.
Mahesh, Mahesh is my 1 year old student. Almost 1 year, Mahesh, right?
yeah sir almost 1 year going to complete
Okay. So what was your experience? Now still it's going on. What is your experience? All going good? Good, right? Sure.
yeah all going good
Okay.
yeah as you know very well I'm just coming here to just add up the knowledge
Okay. Okay.
Tomorrow for Asian.
Tomorrow topic we will start with the very basic again that yeah ACL topic we will learn ACL tomorrow from the scratch. Okay, like I'll teach you ACL is access control list. That's it for today,
Oh,
and we'll
okay.
see you tomorrow. Okay, bye bye guys. Thank you for joining the session.
And
Hope
one more thing, sir.
yeah.
CDP and LLDP are both are the same.
Hmm.
Uh,
CDP is Cisco proprietary.
okay.
Only work on Cisco devices. LLDP you can run in any devices. Like if you want to like Palo Alto firewall and Cisco router. Okay, so how they can show you neighbors with the LLDP,
LLDP.
not with the CDP.
If we are using both sides same Cisco device, so
Hmm.
we can use CDP.
Yes, you can use CDP and LLDP is also option.
Okay.
Yeah.
And CDP need to disable or enabled.
By default it is enabled.
By default, it is enabled, but
Yes.
in the
Industry in the
trucks
industry.
scenario, it should be disabled or enabled, sir.
So if you have your internal devices, don't disable. But when the links are going like computers, disable. When the link is going to ISP, disable. Okay. So if
Okay.
this is going to internet, right? Maybe anybody can attack. So
Yes.
So the link which is going to ISP, you can definitely disable CDP.
Sure, sure, sure.
And you can also disable on the computers, printers, laptop, because they do not need CDP packet, right?
For security purpose, we need to disable the CDP.
Yeah, only in your internal network devices you will enable CDP. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. On other public ports, your WAN port is public port, right?
Yes, when is the
Because
public port?
it has a public IP. So you must disable that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi sir.
Hi.
Can I ask you, sir?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Gulshan.
Sir, I'm a new student
Mm-hmm.
and I have done my CCNA at Network Custom Bangalore,
Mm-hmm.
but there is a too much.
We are live on YouTube. Don't say anything about anyone.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, yeah, whatever. I do understand what you went through.
sir,
So,
तो
बस आप बताओ अब क्वेश्चन प्रॉब्लम क्या है अभी?
सर सर मेरे को CCNA का ही थोड़ा बहुत अभी डाउट जा रहा है, तो मैंने रिकॉर्डिंग सेशन भी ले रखे हैं.
हाँ, then go and watch that, and just if you have any doubt, you can ask in the class. Okay.
या सर, तो
So
इसके
do
लिए.
one thing, na. Do one thing instead of videos only. Just
हम्म.
ask team if they can just try to take the live of CCNA. So you can separately learn CCNA from like there is a guy Lakshya who is taking, who is a nice guy. So Lakshya se aap pad sakte ho. There is another guy. So just try to take CCNA batch as well. Okay, but
हम्म.
if you like my content, you are not getting a lot of doubts. So just
हम्म.
watch those recordings because a lot of people are watching recordings.
या बट सर मुझे रिकॉर्डिंग में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, रिकॉर्डिंग में भी मुझे समझ में आ रहा है.
हाँ बस आ रहा है तो एंजॉय.
बिकॉज क्योंकि सर मैंने एक बार पढ़ रखा है CCNA, आपसे ही पढ़ा था.
अच्छा अच्छा
और उसके बाद फिर मैंने नेटवर्क का एडमिशन लिया था सर.
अच्छा अच्छा. फिर पता
तो
चल गया ना क्या पढ़ाया था हमने.
हाँ, वो तो पता है सर. लेकिन सर मैं काफी टाइम से जॉब फाइंड कर रहा हूँ, मुझे मिल नहीं पा रही, तो रिज्यूम के लिए भी मैंने आपका वीडियोस वगैरह देखा बट हो नहीं
ओके
पा
ओके.
रहा. मैंने मनप्रीत मैम को बोला था कि एक
तो
सेशन
मेरे
कर.
पास आ जा भाई, मेरे से जॉब ले ले, आ जा चंडीगढ़ आ जा.
ओके सर, मैं
है
आता
ना,
हूँ.
जैसे सपोर्ट टीम ज्वाइन कर लो. ओके,
ओके
ज्वाइन
सर.
द सपोर्ट टीम इन सी फाइनल राउंड. महेश, फाइनल इंटरव्यू, फाइनल सिलेक्शन. So just ask whosoever is your counselor, na? Just discuss like right now, if you do not have a job, just join our student support team. Get some experience because they work on some technical stuff, also creating lab, fixing issue. So you gain some basic IT experience, and after that you can also apply. Okay.
हाँ सर, है ना, मैंने वहाँ पे डेस्कटॉप सपोर्ट इंजीनियर का ही काम किया था नेटवर्क का
हाँ
में.
हाँ. No worries, no worries. If you
मैं
don't have
चंडीगढ़ आ
job,
जाऊंगा सर.
हाँ बस बोल दियो आज जो चंडीगढ़, ठीक है.
ओके सर.
City beautiful. Welcome to City beautiful.
थैंक यू सो मच सर.
Okay. Okay, guys. So thank you very much for today's session. Bye bye. Good night. Need a packet tracer? The link. Please go and watch a packet tracer video. Okay, so there is a packet tracer video. Okay, so watch this. You will understand how to get the latest packet tracer. Okay, watch this video. I'm adding in your chat. Good night, everyone. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Notes link I'll share in the WhatsApp group, guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Should I buy OCG? OCG क्या होता है यार? OTG तो सुना है मैंने, माइक्रोवेव जैसा कुछ होता है. ऑफिशियल सर्टिफिकेशन गाइड कह रहे हो क्या? नो नीड, नो नीड, नो नीड ऑफ बाइंग बुक्स. You already invested in the training. So you get better material than OCGs. And you have whole life to read OCGs. Now, if you paid the amount, join the live batch. So focus on live batch. OCGs, you keep learning after the batch also. Okay. So guys, the WhatsApp link, go to live website, and in the live website, there is a WhatsApp channel link from where you joined the live session today. Na? So there is a WhatsApp link in that. Just join that WhatsApp channel. Okay. Gopal, I have not seen your message. Sorry for that. Uh, if I cannot, if I do not answer your question, you can always post the question again. Offering job on live made my day. Already like 2, 3 guys, my students are with me only. SNAT. SNAT is basically used in firewalls. Okay, and there is a DNAT also, source NAT, which we call DNAT. Like mostly it's related to the firewall stuff. Or maybe you can say that it is more of related to cloud also nowadays. There is a NAT. Okay, so when the topic is not related to our content, okay, so what I suggest, the you already know the website where you post questions, right? You can post there as well. I don't how we configure. I'll check if I can make a tutorial and post that. Okay. MAC binding is possible. Yes, MAC binding is possible in static, like DHCP. If you are talking about, yes, we can do static DHCP binding if you are asking this. Yes, MAC binding is possible with static IP on WAN IP if which router model you are using.